Speculation is growing that Sadio Mané could be returning to Liverpool, sparking huge excitement among fans as talks of a sensational reunion begin to circulate. At the same time, Liverpool have already made waves in the January transfer window by completing a double signing, signalling clear intent to strengthen the squad for the second half of the season. Stick around until the end. You won't want to miss what's coming next, as major moves are still unfolding for the Reds. Liverpool are reportedly closing in on the signing of highly rated Ecuadorian centre-back Joel Ordóñez from Club Brugge, with negotiations between the two clubs progressing positively as the January transfer window enters a decisive stage. Multiple reports suggest the Reds have moved ahead of other interested sides and are now in an advanced position to complete a deal, with a transfer fee believed to be in the region of £35 million, potentially rising to over £40 million with add-ons. The 21-year-old defender has emerged as one of the most promising young centre-backs in Europe, following a series of impressive performances in Belgium and on the international stage with Ecuador. Liverpool's recruitment team have closely tracked Ordóñez for months, identifying him as a player who fits both the club's immediate needs and long-term vision. Under Arne Slot, Liverpool are keen to refresh their defensive options, particularly with injuries and inconsistency affecting the backline at key moments this season. Sources indicate that personal terms are not expected to be an issue, with Ordóñez understood to be keen on a move to the Premier League and attracted by the prospect of playing at Anfield under Slot's system. Club Brugge, while reluctant to lose one of their standout defenders mid-season, are believed to be open to the sale due to the size of the offer and the strong relationship between the two clubs. Liverpool's pursuit of Ordóñez is seen as a strategic move, adding pace, physicality, and ball-playing ability to the squad. The Ecuadorian's composure on the ball and strength in defensive duels make him a profile well suited to the demands of English football. Internally, the club reportedly view him as both competition and long-term succession planning within the centre-back department. While no official announcement has yet been made, confidence is growing that Liverpool are close to finalising the signing of Joel Ordóñez, with the deal potentially being completed in the coming days pending final details and medical checks. Marc Guehi's future has become one of the most talked about stories of the January transfer window, and Liverpool are increasingly believed to be the defender's preferred destination. The Crystal Palace captain is entering the final months of his contract and has already informed the club that he does not intend to sign an extension, making a departure inevitable either this month or in the summer. With Liverpool long-term admirers of the England international, reports suggest the Reds remain firmly at the front of the queue. Sources close to the situation indicate that Guehi has made it clear to those around him that Liverpool is his priority move, having been impressed by the club's project, their defensive rebuild plans, and the opportunity to play under Arne Slot. Liverpool's interest dates back to last summer, when Palace blocked a late approach, and the Merseyside club have continued to monitor the situation closely ever since. While Crystal Palace would ideally prefer to keep their captain until the end of the season, the risk of losing him for nothing has intensified talks around a January exit. Reports suggest that Liverpool are now exploring the possibility of completing the deal this month, with Guehi understood to be open to an immediate switch rather than waiting until the summer, especially if Palace are willing to negotiate a reduced fee. Competition from other clubs remains, but Liverpool's long-standing interest and Guehi's reported preference have put them in a strong position. The defender is seen as a player who could slot straight into Liverpool's backline, offering leadership, composure on the ball, and Premier League experience at a key stage of the season. Although nothing has been officially confirmed, there is growing belief that Marc Guehi has chosen Liverpool and that a January move is now a realistic possibility, with discussions expected to intensify as the window progresses. If completed, it would represent a major statement signing for Liverpool and a significant loss for Crystal Palace midway through the campaign. Liverpool are in the final stages of completing the signing of highly rated Senegalese defender Mortala Ndiaye, continuing their strategy of investing in elite young talent with long-term potential. The 18-year-old centre-back is set to join the club from Amitié FC, with all major aspects of the deal agreed and the move pending final international clearance. Ndiaye will initially link up with Liverpool's academy setup as he begins his development at the club. Ndiaye has attracted attention for his performances at youth level, most notably representing Senegal at the FIFA U17 World Cup, where he showcased his composure, physical presence, and strong defensive awareness against top international opposition. Liverpool's recruitment team have closely followed his progress and identified him as a defender with the attributes to thrive in a high-intensity, possession-based system. The deal, reported to be worth around £1 million, highlights Liverpool's commitment to strengthening their defensive pipeline by securing promising talents early in their careers. Ndiaye is expected to develop within the club's under-21 setup, where he will be given time to adapt to English football, improve tactically, and build the physical strength required for the Premier League. Internally, Liverpool see Ndiaye as a long-term project rather than an immediate first-team option, but there is confidence that his raw potential, left-footed balance, and calmness on the ball could allow him to progress quickly through the ranks. The move also reflects Liverpool's broader recruitment approach under Arne Slot, combining elite senior targets with high-upside young players who can be moulded for the future. While an immediate senior debut is unlikely, Liverpool believe completing the signing of Mortala Ndiaye now gives them a valuable foundation piece for the years ahead, with the defender viewed as one to watch closely as he begins his journey at Anfield. Speculation surrounding a potential return of Sadio Mané to Liverpool has begun to surface once again, reigniting debate among fans and pundits alike. The Senegalese forward remains one of the most iconic players of Liverpool's modern era, having played a pivotal role in the club's most successful period under Jurgen Klopp. Mané's impact at Anfield was immense, forming part of the legendary front three that delivered the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, and multiple other honours. Since leaving Liverpool in 2022, Mané's career path has taken unexpected turns. After a brief and challenging spell at Bayern Munich, he moved on to Al Nassr, where he continues to play alongside high-profile names. Despite his goals and contributions, reports and commentary have suggested that Mané has never quite rediscovered the same rhythm, influence, or connection he once had at Liverpool. This has fueled ongoing discussion about whether a return to a familiar environment could reignite his best form. Former players and media outlets have frequently pointed out Mané's strong emotional bond with Liverpool, noting that he has consistently spoken fondly about the club, the fans, and his time at Anfield. Those comments, combined with Liverpool's ongoing evolution under Arne Slot, have led to renewed speculation about whether a short-term return, potentially in a reduced or rotational role, could ever be considered in the future. However, most credible reports stress that a Liverpool return would be complicated and remains unlikely at this stage. Financial factors, age profile, squad planning, and Liverpool's focus on younger attacking options all present significant obstacles. From the club's perspective, recruitment has increasingly been centred around long-term squad building rather than emotional reunions, while Mané's current contract and wages also make any move difficult to structure. That said, football has a long history of unexpected reunions, and the continued conversation around Mané's future highlights just how deep his legacy at Liverpool runs. While there is no confirmation of talks or active interest, the idea of Sadio Mané returning to Anfield continues to capture imagination. Not as an imminent transfer, but as a story rooted in nostalgia, legacy, and the enduring connection between player and club.